What if the dream home you fought so hard to buy came with an uninvited guest? A shadow that lurks in the corners, footsteps in the night, and a furnace that seems to breathe on its own. This isn't just a haunted house, it's a living mystery. Join me as we uncover the chilling secrets of the house that whispers and the ghost that refuses to leave. When my husband and I moved back to our hometown 4 years ago, we never imagined the house we'd buy would have a life of its own. A life that was eager to share its secrets. Our search for a home had been fruitless until our realtor called, saying she had found the perfect one. It was an old 1946 two-story house, slightly worn, but with a charm we couldn't resist. The price had dropped unexpectedly, making it just within our reach. It felt like fate, or so we thought. The basement was the heart of the house's mystery. It looked straight out of a horror movie. A dirt floor, an ancient furnace large enough to consume anything, and hidden doors long sealed behind drywall. It wasn't long before we realized we weren't alone. The first time I saw him, it was just a shadow slipping through the swinging kitchen door. I thought it was an intruder, but every door was locked, and the house was empty. In the weeks that followed, the activity grew. Footsteps echoed through the halls at night. Shelves toppled, vases shattered, and picture frames fell without reason. We began to fear our own home. When I got pregnant, everything stopped. For months, the house was silent until my baby was born. Then, the footsteps returned. Cabinets opened on their own, and our broken kitchen radio crackled to life with ghostly static. One night, while alone with my son, I captured something I couldn't explain. The kitchen door swung open by itself. The house felt alive, its presence undeniable. I began talking to him, addressing the ghost directly. "Do you know how hard it is for a new mother to sleep?" I said one night, and as if he understood, the light stayed off. The neighborhood teens were eager to investigate. They brought an EMF reader, which went wild in the basement. They claimed they felt cold spots and heard whispers, but our ghost never showed himself to strangers. My son, now 2, sometimes laughs at empty corners or waves at the vent connected to the furnace. It's unnerving, but the nursery has always been peaceful, untouched by the chaos elsewhere. I don't think he means us harm. He doesn't break things anymore, just small reminders that he's still here. Whoever he was, he lingers, seeking attention, a family, perhaps even peace. And for now, we coexist in the house that whispers. Subscribe to Nightmare Man for spine-chilling true horror stories that will haunt your nights. It started with a dream, a perfect home. I was 11 when my parents bought it, a 2-story house with a sprawling backyard and even a pool. For my dad, it was a new beginning, a chance to finally get us a dog. And so, Boomer, our loyal yellow lab, joined the family. It didn't take long for the house to reveal its secrets. My mom was the first to notice. Heavy footsteps echoed on the deck outside her room. Boots, slow and deliberate. But when she looked, no one was there, not even the dogs stirred. The first summer we stayed home alone, we heard someone upstairs. Steps in my room. Armed with kitchen knives, we crept up, but the sound stopped midway. The room was empty. Still, we couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Years passed, and we got used to the strange noises. Heavy steps, a touch on the shoulder, and even a floral perfume none of us wore. Once, the sliding closet door slammed shut as I stared into the mirror. The house wasn't just alive, it was watching. One night, my sister woke to a shadow leaning over her. It whispered, "No, that's not good," and left. Days later, she fell sick with swine flu. The shadow had warned her, but the house, once playful, began to grow darker. The atmosphere became oppressive. Walking past my siblings' room felt like stepping into a predator's gaze. Going downstairs was like inviting something to push me into the void. By 2015, the house's malice showed its true form. I was alone. The house was dark, silent. Then, slow, lumbering steps descended the stairs. I froze as the creaking approached the living room. Whatever it was stopped in the doorway, watching me. My dog, Rue, woke and growled. I didn't look. I didn't dare. My sister saw it next. A three-dimensional shadow pacing her room, circling her desk. When she bent for her shorts, something growled in her face. She placed an old painting of Jesus in her closet. The activity stopped. For now. We moved years later. The house, its oppressive aura, and the things that watched us were left behind. I still feel their eyes when I remember, but in this new home, I can finally stand in the dark unafraid. And I hope it stays that way. Subscribe to your Nightmare Man for spine-chilling true horror stories that will haunt your nights.